Okay, welcome to the EcoBiz Show, where you can get ideas to grow your business and make it greener. And today I'm joined by Alex Hughes of Auxilium Business Consulting Limited, talking about business orders, office management, and sustainability. So welcome, Alex. Great to have you on the show.
Hi there, Karen. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Oh, you're so welcome. So Alex supports service-based small business owners with audits. And I love this. Take a helicopter view of their business, unravel their spaghetti brain, and get all their ducks in a row to ensure an effective and efficient procedures and processes. So I actually wanted to use that whole thing for the title, but YouTube wouldn't let me do it.
A bit long.
So obviously one of your services is business audits. Why is this important for businesses to do this, and what does it involve?
Yeah, sure. So there comes a time with every business owner when they get to a bit of crossroads. They might have been running their business for a few years, wearing too many hats, and they get to a state of what I call overwhelm. And also, this is the stage that I talk about as spaghetti brain. So imagine all those strands of spaghetti all wrapped up in your head, all the things you know about your business, all entwined, and they can't move. And basically, the business owner is stuck. So my business audits help to unravel this spaghetti brain. So we look at what's working in your business, what's not, what needs tweaking, what needs stopping, what needs introducing. And obviously I do this with an audit. So the audit covers all areas of the business, from marketing, sales, CRMs, health and safety, HR. And I get all this experience from 17 years as an office manager for bespoke furniture manufacturers, where I had to cover all these areas. And from this audit, I produce an action plan and a roadmap to get them from that crossroads and unstuck. So we have a couple of sessions together, and these are great because they give the business owner those aha moments. They stimulate ideas, and they say to themselves, oh, so why am I doing it like that? So that's where they get the helicopter view of their business, when they stand back for a few sessions with me and go, oh, right, because they're so busy in the business working on it that they can't actually see why they're doing things, and actually standing back gives them a clearer picture.
Oh, fantastic. I think that it happens so often. I mean, we all go through it, no matter how long we've been in business. You sort of start going down that kind of tunnel, don't you? And just getting tied up and just working in it rather than on your business. So I think that will lead really into our next question. When people are a bit overwhelmed and everything like that, one thing you also can advise people on is outsourcing. So, what is the benefits to businesses of outsourcing then, and what kind of does that involve? Because I think there's many strands to that as well.
Yeah, it can be quite complex depending on the business, but I always think of Peter Drucker's phrase, do what you do best and outsource the rest. Okay, so you can't do everything. So basically, you can outsource to a person, a specialist service, or software. So if you're repeating a task on a monthly basis, weekly basis, then these are the things that you could possibly outsource to those areas. So ultimately, when you have outsourced and you weigh up what happens if I don't outsource, I'm going to get more of the same. More of the same isn't helping me. So I need to think about ways I can outsource. And lots of people start with software or having a VA. And ultimately, what happens is it basically saves costs over time. It gives you time back. It increases your efficiencies of all your business processes, gives you a competitive advantage in many cases, and just provides a lot of flexibility for you to get on with other things that you love doing that aren't sort of holding you back, if you like. And then once you have outsourced, most people don't look back. So it's really a case of taking a look at things that are repeating. That's the first thing to do. And then you will see what drops out of that as things that you can easily outsource to a person, a specialist, or some software.
Yeah, I think it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because when we're quite a small business, it's always like we're looking at budgets and we're thinking, oh, well, I can't outsource that. I better try and do it all myself. And it's not really your expertise area, and it just takes 10 times as long. So I think in that case, it's just trying to find the right expert or a person who can help in those specific areas, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that can be a little bit of a minefield. So that needs a little bit of research. But some, consultants like myself and other people can help review that. And I do review that within my audits. So I would suggest, look, you're doing all this, you need to have some financial software, or you need to have someone do the website, or you need someone to look at your copy. It's outsourcing all those jobs that you might take time to do yourself. Actually, a specialist is there. They're there because they are good at that, and you're not. So you get on with what you can do, and you're a specialist, and let those other specialists take the strain of the other things that are holding you back.
Fantastic. And I love that you sort of you look at that and you can pinpoint those things for people so that they know
Yeah.
where to go.
Yeah.
And I know one of your services, you're starting to really bring in sustainability into your services as well.
Yeah.
And you've got something called Sew, Weave and Bloom. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I can indeed. So over the last few years, sustainability has become really, really important for me, not only as a person, but for my business. So I spent the last kind of 18 months to 2 years going to webinars and courses and just really educating myself about this a bit more. I went on a 6-week course with a company called CSRA. They're an accreditation body based in Buckinghamshire, and there are lots of other ones around. Lots of people have heard of B Corp and 14,001. This is just another one that's come out in the last few years. And I actually went through a process with them to get an accreditation for my business. And I won an accreditation of a silver award. There's a bronze, silver and gold. So after that, I started talking to people about their sustainability. And what I found is lots of people didn't really understand what it meant for them and what it meant for their business. So I wanted to sow the seeds of sustainability with small business owners. So I came up with these 3 new services, Sew, Weave and Bloom, as you've mentioned. And Sew really is the first sort of stake in the ground, if you like. So you're sowing the seeds within your business. And what I come up with is a sustainability statement and a plan, which is essentially a roadmap to get you started, to get you off the blocks. Because so many people are too scared to do that. So if we take a look at that, we can get you started. And then the Weave is basically growing and reaching with the sustainability within your business, looking at policies, looking at procedures, and implementing that roadmap. And then finally, like I did, the icing on the cake is the Bloom, where you can get an accreditation for your business. And there are several out there. Really, so you've got an external body who's accredited you, looking in at your business and saying, yes, you are running your business sustainably. You're not just saying you are, we've checked it. So, you've got that accreditation and that standing. The benefits of having an accreditation are huge.
That's brilliant, isn't it? I love it. The name as well is just so appealing. So I love that. Yeah, you sort of you start small and then you start to kind of include it in your business, and then as you say, and it is there's a lot of them. I mean, I know a lot about B Corp, but I know there are hundreds of them out there, so it's really hard to choose. So that's really good that you can help small businesses kind of give them an overview and help them make that decision.
Yeah, demystify it basically.
Sorry.
Demystify it, because I think a lot of people think sustainability is really only for the huge corporates, and it's not. It's for everyone, and it is for small business owners, and the benefits are huge.
Yeah, definitely. Brilliant. And you do offer something to do with that, a small business audit that encompasses your sustainability services.
Yeah, and my audits that I mentioned earlier, that's another strand that comes in with it. So, if sustainability is one of the areas that drops out of the audit, then we can take you on the Sew, Weave and Bloom journey.
Okay, fantastic. And that you can find at your auxiliumconsulting.co.uk/corporate social responsibility.
That's my page that tells you all about it, and that's growing as well. But that will give you the sort of basic information, and then you can contact me from there.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, and finally, what is your top eco tip? I know we discussed this earlier. You said you had loads, so maybe just give us a couple.
Okay, so top eco tip for running your business and basically wanting to make a start on sustainability is to write down everything you are doing now. It might be in areas environmental, workplace, community or philanthropy. You'd be really surprised how much you're doing already. You think you're not doing much, but actually you'll end up with a long, long list. So start by making that list. Simplify everything and only keep what you need. And we hear about reduce, reuse, recycle. There's 2 other ones that I've heard recently, and that's refuse. So if you're at a corporate event, don't take all the giveaways. Why do you need another water bottle or another pad or another pen? We don't need to take extra stuff. And the other one is rot. If you can compost anything in your garden, you should be rotting things down. We've just put a wormery in our garden. So think of all the ways that you can be sustainable and buy less and buy better.
Yeah, definitely. And as you say, just stop in the first place. I think recycling is a big problem. So there is other ways to combat it. Fantastic. Well, we're just coming to the end. So you can find Alex, as I mentioned, at auxiliumconsulting.co.uk. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm saying it kind of phonetically. So, but thank you so much for joining me, Alex. Such a pleasure to have you on the show. For all the people who are watching, thank you for joining us. Please put your comments below and we can get back to you. Do get in touch with Alex as well. If you're watching the replay as well, obviously keep your questions coming. and get in touch with both of us if you've got anything that you want to ask about. So thank you, Alex.
And thank you, Karen, for having me on the show. It's been great.
Fantastic.